the time, in my opinion, it's all bullshit. It's just an excuse. They don't have the balls to tell you that they can't afford it. The same thing as I want to think about it.
Think about it means he needs to calculate his finances.
But also, like, I just want to know how to create more trust with the guy, so that while you're there, you know, even if he's feeling like, you know, it's a big decision for me and he's taking that kind of risk, that you say to him, like, listen,
it's not a trust that's going to make you get the money or not. If you met the person and you were warm and welcoming and he likes you and he trusts you, that's not what gets people to give you the money. They need to make a choice of where they are now and what they could possibly get. So let me jump back to this and I'll show you this part of the presentation so that I can try and clarify the choice part of it. Okay, so 164, is that going to make you...
No, not happy.
It's not going to make you rich.
Not going to make me wealthy, nothing.
It's not going to change your life.
Not at all.
Is this the position that you want to be in?
Definitely not.
Is there urgency for you to change it?
Of course there is.
When?
Now. Or as soon as possible.
2 months.
That's the answer you get.
My client said that to me today, because I did exactly that. I circled it and I said to them, so is this the position you want to stay in? Can this make you rich? Can this help you? And I led him all the way down.
And did you sign your client?
No, I didn't.
Okay, why not? What in your opinion, why did he not sign?
So today what happened was, like, in the last 5 minutes, someone called him out of the meeting. So just when I was finishing what the amount is on CTI, he had to leave. But when I left, I said to him, so I must report back to my managers how this went. I'd just like to know, like, are you interested in signing? And he said, no, 100% he's interested. He just has to, like, go off now. So I'm not sure if, like, you know, he was just bullshitting me to get out, or because the presentation had literally just ended. I just finished writing the last price.
Okay. Did he suddenly jump up and say, I've got to go somewhere, or did someone call him?
Like he got a call, and then I could see he's getting rushed and stuff, but I didn't want to rush the presentation. So literally, the minute I ended my presentation, he said, okay, I've got to go now. And obviously then I couldn't push him for the paperwork.
Did you feel comfortable with your presentation?
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Good.
I felt like I followed every single thing. I didn't miss anything, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then we're going to have to wait and see, is he going to come back to you and what's going to transpire from there. But it was not a full presentation where you could close and you could come back to me and say, okay, I couldn't close it.
No, nothing like that, really.
Okay, before I get carried away, I want to just go and check on the left-hand side. Do you guys understand that I've said to my client now, is this the position that you want to be in? And what do they say?
No.
And then I said, well, do you want to make a change?
Yes.
Okay, so is there urgency for you?
Yes.
I get that kind of commitment. Ready. Okay, then I'll go over and I'll say, okay, you know what, let me show you when the market moves and there's share price movements, and if you want to make money, you've got to buy and sell, and you're going to do your thing. And then in the quadrants, I'm going to explain the trade idea and how we're going to help him to get a trade idea to make money. And now I'm getting to this part, and I want to quickly role play this part, and then I want to show you the close. Okay, so Andries, you've seen this trade idea now. It said on the SMS, if I just write it here so it can help us, it said, okay, you've got to buy, and it said you've got to buy Anglo, and the trade idea said you've got to buy at 91 Rand, and it said your target price was 101 Rand.
Yeah.
You with me?
Yes.
So I want you to do this exercise with me so that we can see what is the possibility of making money when we day trade.
Okay.
So we start with 5,000 Rand again.
Yes.
The first thing that we want to do is calculate how many shares we can buy. So if the price of the shares are 91 bucks, how do I do that on the calculator?
Divide that by 91. Gives us 54.9, so 55.
55 shares. Write it quite nicely. 55 shares. All right, so later that day now the price goes up. I've still got the same number of shares, but these shares are now worth 101 Rand. So to see how much money I've got to take the 55 shares and do what?
Times 101.
So how much do I have now?
5555.
Okay,
What's that?
that's interesting, eh? So let me ask you a few questions again. First question I have for you is, what's my profit?
555 Rand.
How long did it take me to do this?
In your example, 1 day.
Ah, did it really take a day?
Not even.
Well, in a day.
So do you realize it could have taken a few hours?
Yes.
Oh, so where he's saying it's in your example to try and make it like, that it can't happen every day, you actually pulling him away but it could have happened in a couple of hours. Then he's not thinking about, maybe that's not necessarily what you're going to make every day.
Correct.
Then he's thinking like, geez, I could make this,
more.
before the day's up.
Exactly.
So you just take him exactly the other way that he's going.
Yes. So let me just explain this. I'll rub it out just so that let me new page, because we've got the luxury of having unlimited just here. And this is really serious. It's not just a sales spiel. If you look at the graph with the price of the rands and cents there and the time period here, and we say we start at 9 o'clock. So we've got the rands and cents here, the values, and the time we trade from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So what happens with the share price movements, if I explain it to you again, is during the course of the day, the share price moves, and it can only move up, down, or that's it. So simply what the Pro Trader platform does, or one of its functions, is at 9 o'clock when the market starts trading, it makes a little dot every second as trades take place. Now sometimes a few thousand trades can take place in 1 second. But second by second, this thing is dotted, and then our software takes these dots and it joins it. So here's the concept that's quite cool. If we want to make money from day trading, what we want to do is buy and sell.
Yeah.
So if we get a trade idea here and we buy, half an hour later, if that thing hits the target, we're going to sell and we've got profit. That could be before 10 o'clock in the morning. Now we wait for the market to come down. You can buy again and you can sell again and make a little bit of money.
Yeah.
And then buy and sell and you can go crazy. So you don't have to trade only once a day. The idea is sometimes you'll get in and out of the same trade with the same company a few times. And you obviously want to do different trades in one go, not just be stuck in one company at a time. With me?
Yes.
Whatever I do here, I say to the guy, so how long did it take me? Everyone says, well, it took an hour. And then I correct them and say, well, did it really take a day? Do you know that this could have taken half an hour for you to do the thing? It opens their mind to a whole lot of possibilities. Ooh, okay, hang on. Shit, if I can make that in half an hour, can you imagine what can I make if I trade regularly?
Yes.
If I become a lot more active, so to speak. Okay, so it took you a few hours.
Yes.
What did you start with?
5,000.
5,000 bucks. Okay. What can you do with 555 bucks?
Like I said earlier, I can do grocery shopping, I can fuel in my car.
Okay.
There's a couple of things that I can buy gifts if I wanted to.
So, listen to my word choice now. How does 555 Rand profit in a day sound compared to making 600 Rand for the year?
Obviously, the one is more alluring than the other.
Okay. Did you hear that? Did you see that?
Compared it directly, yeah.
I compared it directly. This is why it's so critical here to say, well, you make 164 a day, you've made 600 Rand for the year. So how does 600 Rand for the year compared with 555 Rand in a few hours?
So you do step 5 of the comparison before you elaborate what that is per year.
Yes.
Okay. So that
So-
you close him twice on the same idea.
So watch now. Here I'm I'm giving him a choice. Well, what do you want? Do you want this money in a year, or do you want that kind of money in a day? What's everyone going to choose?
That in a day.
Of course. Because who of you want to wait for 600 Rand for a year if you can make 555 Rand in a day? So there was my first thing that I made you choose. What should I do now? And this becomes very powerful if you use it properly. Are you ready for this part of the role play? So Andries, I've now made you choose. I made you choose between making 600 Rand for the year compared to 555 Rand in a day. And which one of these two did you choose?
Obviously the 555.
Okay, now Andries, do you understand there will be days where you could possibly make a lot more money than that?
Yeah.
There'll also be days that you could make less money like that.
Yes, makes sense.
But let's just say on average, you can make a 555 Rand a day. How many working days is there in a week?
5.
So if you're going to trade and make 555 Rand a day, are you going to trade only once a week or every day?
Well, as many times as possible.
Every day.
So 5 days a week.
Okay, so 555 Rand a day, if I multiply it by 5 days, what are you going to make in a week?
2,775.
Per week. You see, I write it in there. I don't screw it up by not writing it in there.
Can you put PW and then just say to them, do you see that is per week?
Per week.
Yeah, you can. You'll see that what I like to do is I try and write it out because
Days, weeks,
some
months,
people are so
years.
thick. They don't know what PW is.
It's a nice word for stupid.
Yeah, of course. So let me show you something that's more interesting now. So 2,775 Rand a week. Does that sound exciting?
It's better than nothing at the moment.
Okay. So let's say you can make 555 Rand per day again.
Yeah.
But you now trade every day of the week, 4 weeks of the month. How many days are you going to trade?
20 days.
So take your calculator.
He's letting him answer it.
20 days.
11,100.
per month. Yeah.
Are you ready for the third thing, Andries?
Yes, please.
Can I show you something else? Happy?
Yes.
So let me do that exercise again. Let's say we go back here. You make your 555 Rand per day. Let's say there's 20 days in a month. There's actually 21, but let's make the math easy. If you're making that kind of money per month, are you going to trade every day of the year?
Of course I would want to.
So 555 times by 20 days times by 12 months, am I right?
It's 240 days.
That will give you
133,200.
100 and
33,200.
Did you write that per
Versus
Okay, Andries, hold on now. Andries, I want to ask you a question. Look at these two scenarios. Do you want to take 5 grand and make 600 Rand for the year in the bank? Or do you want to take that same 500 Rand and day trade and have the possibility of making 133,000 bucks?
obviously the latter.
Is this what you choose?
Is this what you choose?
Is this the money that you want to make?
Definitely.
So tell me, Andries, what's keeping you away from doing that right now?
At the moment, nothing.
The lack of knowledge.
Ja, wat onthou ons het nou mos nou die lack of knowledge heel gedoen al.
But they'll reiterate that, yeah. They'll say the only thing keeping me back from that is that I don't know what I'd be doing.
Okay.
So you do bring them back like that.
So then let me ask